So I'm going to skip a couple boxes. I want to go down to your part that says change of base formula. It's off kind of on the bottom corner of the screen here. I want to come back to this part right, right here where it's 1.48 is equal to 1.0195 to the t power. Okay, and I want to convert that into logarithmic form. So what's our, so I'm going to have log base, well what is the base up here? The base is 1.0195, so log base 1.01, let's write this a little neater, 1.0195 of, let's see, of 1.48 is equal to t, is equal to that exponent. Remember, logarithms help us solve for exponents, so equals t. Now, we've got all this ugly stuff here, and actually some of your calculators nowadays do have what's called the change of base, where you can actually put in the base you want and the result you want, and it will tell you what that exponent would have to be. But there's this thing called change of base formula that we kind of actually just showed here in the previous video. What the change of base formula is, if we look down over here now, it says that the log of b, or sorry, log base b of c is equal to log base a, notice the a is new here, of c divided by log base a again of b. And there's no a here, and the reason is you can choose whatever base you want when you're using the change of base. Typically you'll use base 10 just because that's your common log, but you could use a natural log, you could use really any log you want, but typically we'll just use log base 10. So let's give a quick example of what that means. So we would have log base 7 of 12, that would be equal to, so notice where my b is going to head and where my c is going to head. So the of 12, I'm going to have log base 10 of 12 divided by log base 10 of 7. And one more time, I want to be real explicit where the pieces went. The base 10 we just made up. It didn't matter which base at all it was. That was something we got to choose and use as we wanted to. And it doesn't have to be 10. 10 is really just the more standard one, and I'll say easier, but it's more just kind of convention. That's the one you'll typically use. Now the of C, the result we get is the numerator on this. So of 12 goes on top. Okay. The base of our original one, the one that's being changed, becomes a result on the bottom. So log base 12, log base 10 of 12 divided by log base 10 of 7. Now we have the same base here, and now we can kind of deal with them a little bit easier. So let's go back to that problem we were working on and see how that might apply. If we had log base 1.0195 of 1.48, that should be the same thing, or is the same thing, as log base whatever we can choose. So log base 10 of over here was of 12 goes in my numerator, so of 1.48 divided by log base, again, whatever I choose, as long as it's the same on both the numerator and the denominator, log base 10 of, over here it was 7. For us here, it'll be the base here, which is 1.0195. And that's equal to t. Now you can plug that one into your calculator really easily. We have a log base 10 button. And notice what it compared to earlier. These are the same answer. We have two different ways of kind of getting to it, but we, in essence, proved the change of base earlier when we did this here. And that we took the log of both sides and we chose what base we wanted. And then we later divided by both of those, just like it gets divided by it here. So hope that helps explain things a little bit. And see you in future videos.